Welcome back, football fans. So day 2 of the NFL draft is complete, and what I wanted to do real quick is go over day 3 targets for the New York Giants, and really for all teams. These are players that are left that I don't think should be for the most part, but I went over guys that fit the Giants' needs, which at this point their biggest need I think is a right tackle. I said going into the draft, quarterback, right tackle, edge rusher, corner. They of course have gotten a corner, they've gotten themselves an edge rusher, and they got themselves a quarterback along with a run stuffer. So offensive tackle is still their biggest need. They certainly could use another edge rusher, there's no doubt about it. They have to focus on the offensive line though with their 6 remaining picks. They have to. They haven't taken one yet, and they need a right tackle. They certainly could use another center for depth as well. I don't think Jalapeno's the long-term answer personally, but we'll see. But I went over a couple of targets for the New York Giants here. They have 1 pick in the 4th, 1 pick in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, and 2 in the 7th. So let's jump right into it. Isaiah Prince, the offensive tackle out of Ohio State. Now, when you get down into the later rounds, most people are going to be a project, which is exactly what this guy is. But he has a lot of things that you like. He's not a perfect guy. His negative comments remind me of Eric Flowers. I'm not going to lie to you. But the difference is you took Flowers in the 1st. You'd be taking this guy in the 4th. And he has potential. Isaiah Prince comes out of Ohio State. He stands at 6'6", 305 pounds. And I think he is probably the best offensive tackle still left on the board. The book on him is that he needs to work on his knee bending, which is what reminds me of Eric Flowers. If you can't bend your knees, guys are going to get right around the edge. We saw it every week with Eric Flowers. His strength is his arms. He has very long arms, which is exactly what you look for in an offensive tackle. He is strong, and he's actually very good in pass protection. So that's the book on Isaiah Prince. He's not a superstar, but when you wait till the 4th round, you're not going to be getting the Cody Fords of the world. You're not going to be getting the Andre Dillards, the Jonah Williams, the Dalton Reisners. You're not going to be getting those guys. He is probably the best guy left at the offensive tackle position. The next guy I have up on my list is Deontay Thompson. Now, safety isn't our biggest need at this point. We, of course, acquired Jabril Peppers. We acquired Antoine Bethea in free agency. But Deontay Thompson, I really like him. If you go back a couple of months ago, a lot of people thought he was the best safety in this class. He, of course, suffered an injury, plays for Alabama. The book on Deontay Thompson, he's not Landon Collins. He's not an in-the-box safety. He's not going to make big plays. He's not going to come up with big hits. What he is he's a center fielder. He's a great coverage safety, and it's something the Giants could certainly use. You pair him alongside Jabril Peppers, you'd have a good, young secondary. I mean, think how young that secondary would be. Deontay Thompson, Beal, obviously we drafted DeAndre Baker, and Jabril Peppers. You'd have guys like, 23 or younger in your secondary going forward. So I certainly could see Deontay Thompson, and I think he's going to be a starting safety at the NFL level. And quite frankly, I don't think he should still be here. The next guy I have up is probably the best player still left on most people's boards. Hakeem Butler, coming out of Iowa State, is what you look for in a wide receiver. He is tall, he is fast. Now, the book on him is he drops a lot of passes. That's what you worry about. But he reminds me a little bit of Plaxico Burress when you read it. A guy that can go up and catch passes. A tall wide receiver that could help out a young quarterback in a Daniel Jones, similar to what Burress did for Eli Manning. Could go up, get those jump balls, be a good red zone target. And, I mean, here, it's too good of a value, in my opinion, if he's there, where the Giants certainly have to consider him. The next guy I have up is Mack Wilson. Mack Wilson, what I like about Mack Wilson, he's probably the best middle linebacker still left on the board. A lot of people had him ranked as the 3rd best inside linebacker in this year's class. So I'm a little surprised he's still available. Now, Mack Wilson, much like a lot of the players the Giants have already selected, not the greatest athlete. He's known more for his instincts, very good run stuffer, and he's actually pretty good in coverage. So Mack Wilson could be a good pick as well, the middle linebacker. And then my last guy I have up is Chauncey Gardner-Johnson out of Florida. What I love about this guy, what you read about him, is he is very versatile. He is capable of playing both corner and safety. And that's good. A jack of all trades type player. And that's the book on him. And he'd be a nice pick for the Giants as well. So those names right there. That's who I'm looking at. I'm looking at a Deontay Thompson, and a Hakeem Butler, a Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, a Mack Wilson, and of course the first guy I said, more so based on what I think is their biggest need. I think the other 4 players are better. But Isaiah Prince, the offensive tackle, based on need, certainly could be a pick here for the Giants in the 4th round. And I'd be surprised if they don't pick one of these 5 guys. We'll see what they do, but I like those 5 guys. If they could get them in the 4th, maybe one of those guys could drop to the 5th. Maybe they get 2 of them. We'll see. But those are the 5 guys, for me, based on what I've read and seen, that I like most going forward in these next 3 rounds. As always, if you liked what you watched, please subscribe, drop a comment, maybe give me a little thumbs up. Tell me your thoughts. Who do you think the Giants should take? Cheers.